Hello and welcome back. We're now going to talk about Sumo Robots. You've all seen the fighting robots that we had earlier on in today's session with Razor. The robots in Robot Wars are 100 kilograms. They are virtually the size of this days. They are incredibly heavy and it takes two guys to lift a fighting robot. Robot Wars is not as popular as it was, obviously, because it's gone off screen. And so what we've done is we've created a smaller version. With Robot Wars, they have to use the radio control systems. But that was the technology that was available 10, 15 years ago. With the use of Arduinos and very, very small computing, you can actually have semi-autonomous robots. Here's a range of robots here which have been made and designed, and we run local competitions. So to give you an idea of the types of robots that are available, here is a commercial one. This is what's known as a Sumo bot. It's a commercially made robot. They're available for just over £100. But it's not just simply a miniature fighting robot. It has lots of different sensors and lots of different things to be able to do lots of different things. It can do line tracking, it can do sensing other robots, and they are adaptable with different formats to be able to produce depending upon how you program it. To give you an idea of what this one is like, we're just going to press the start button on this one, and then we'll get it to start and then sort of kick off to give you an idea of what this robot is actually like. Each of these robots have a 5-second countdown, so that when the heat of the fight starts, press the buttons, both the robots will start simultaneously. This robot is actually sensing for other robots from the infrared detectors on the front end of it, and it's reversing out of the way. It doesn't want to get hurt, it wants to run away. So that gives you an idea of Sumo. As I said, a commercially made and commercially produced robot. But the fun of being able to build robots is to make your own. Here's one I made earlier for our local competition. It consists of, it is 4-wheel drive, so there's 4 motors in here, controlled by 2 motor controllers situated at the back, and controlled right in the middle by an Arduino Nano. Thank you. The battery system is on the other side here, which controls the whole of the robot, drives the system. But the sneaky little thing on this one is that this one actually overdrives these motors. The nice little thing about this as well is it has a detector on the front, so that as the robot is scanning around for different robots, it will actually detect them, and then once it gets into range, the flipper will activate and lift the robot up and out of the way. To enable it to stay on the days, the same as this little robot, it also has the small detectors on the front end. So as soon as the white is actually detected on the days, the robot will actually reverse and then start scanning for it in a different direction. Also, to help with the operation of the robot, there is a battery indicator system on the back which tells us what the current voltage is. So what we're going to do, we're going to start this robot off and give you an idea of what it's like operating on the days. As you can see, it's quite happily spinning around, looking and scanning for its opponent until it hits the white line and then rotates and then goes in the opposite direction. going to go for an upgrade on this one now to the third one. Now, you all know what these are. Battery drills, incredibly powerful. Lots of torque inside these things. Yeah, it's very, very difficult to hold. So what happens if you actually strip the motor out of one of these, or two of them, and put them into a robot? So, here's one I made earlier. This is Basher. As you can see from the side of here, this is the back end of the battery drill motor, which feeds down here onto the very, very wide sticky wheels. And these two motors are actually sitting back to back on the base of the chassis. Now the battery, the drill motors are 12 volt matched pair. So they run at the same speed and they are operated by these motor controllers. The battery that supplies these motor controllers is rated at 14 volts. So as you can imagine, pumping 14 volts into a 12 volt motor, it's going to overdrive it. Now we use exactly the same control system to control this little robot using an Arduino situated right in the middle of all that wiring. And we have right at the bottom a laser ranger finder which has still got to be utilized. The power of this little one really is quite remarkable. So much so that we have had to regulate it right back. And I would say we are using about 20% of its total power. It really is quite a powerful little robot. So we're just going to put on the base. And as you can see, it is quite slow. But the pushing power is very, very powerful. So, as I said before, we run 4 of these competitions a year. We have the Robotics Club Show and Tell Christmas Do. We run the Science Fair show at the Sports Cage in March. We have our normal competition at Beach Lab, which is in June. And then we normally have the Steampunk Sumo at the Aberystwyth Steampunk Festival in October. So we have about 4 competitions a year. So just to give you an idea of what these little chaps are like, we're going to have a little bit of fun. There's only 3 here at the moment, but we're going to have a little bit of a competition between the 3 of us. So we'll put Pasha in the middle, see what he's capable of doing. We'll put Fernybot onto one side, all ready to go. And then we'll put Sumo in as well. Now, before we start these up, is it complicated to make? Yes and no. You need some design skills. A lot of these are made out of cut acrylic. You can CAD these designs. The majority of these motors are available online at the majority of robotics supply stores. The commercial ones are available online, obviously, as well. You need to do some research. Links for these sort of things, if you needed to find out a little bit more, then it can be done through the Q&A session, or if you email the Robotics Club, then we can help you again in the future. There is, hopefully, to expand this to a much larger competition so that we can take it around different festivals, and then a championship league will be developed and evolved as it goes along. So that gives you an idea of the Sumo's robot side of things, how to build them. So we'll just have a little bit of fun now. We'll switch to these robots on and we'll see who's going to have a win this afternoon. So, Thomas, are we ready?
Probably.
Right.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, we've got a cheater. Oh, there we go.
We're having fun with this one. He doesn't want to stop.
Come here.
Oh, he seems to find the little one. Nope, he popped back out again, and the little's decided to go. There we go, about time, better late than never. Will they actually manage to find each other and have a bit of a scrap? Little Fernie Bot is getting a bit closer.
Oh.
No, this one's actually run out, so we'll pop him back in. Oh, there we go. Had a little bit of a peck then to see what was happening. Fernie Bot is still going around the outside of the arena looking for the little robots. And there we go, it's just managed to push him out of the arena. Quite effective little robots, a little bit of fun. A little bit of fun, and gives you an idea of what sort of things can be done by using second-hand parts. Are they expensive? I would say this one, yes, it is expensive. You can get cheaper versions. This one, I would say, with the control electronics and the motors, possibly about £60. And for this one, well, 2 scrap battery drill motors. The most expensive part of this were the motor controllers. £5 each from China. It's just, it's just a no-brainer. It's good fun. The competitors who take part in it have the enjoyment of actually building these sort of things. Some people prefer the programming side of things, where you can actually program it to do so many different things, like attack instead of defending. So if you ever fancy having a go, keep on looking at the aberystwythrobotics.club website, and you'll be able to find out when the next competition is being held. Thank you.